Welcome to the online lecture series on 8051 microcontroller. In this video lecture, we shall see how to write programs using 8051 timer for larger delays. Okay, this is a very important program because practically we want delays in terms of seconds itself. Okay, so and we don't get those huge delays in timers. Okay, so how to write programs for that we shall see in this video tutorial. So the program is write an ALP to generate delay of 1 second using timer 1 in mode 1. Okay. So as usual you have to start with the calculations and the crystal frequency he has given is 12 megahertz. So the system clock or the crystal frequency is 12 megahertz. So divided by 12 you get 1 megahertz. Therefore, one clock period will be equal to 1 microsecond. So let us calculate the value to be loaded. So n will be equal to the delay required. Delay required is 1 second divided by 1 count is 1 microsecond. So you will get 10 raised to 6. Then timer value will be equal to 65536 minus 10 raised to 6. So if you subtract this value, that is 65536 minus 10 raised to 6. What is that you are getting? You are getting a negative value. Okay. This is one method. Okay. I will not tell you the other method so that you will confuse. So you will get some negative value. Whenever you get negative value at this step, you understand that the required delay cannot be generated directly. Okay, so this delay is too much and timer cannot be configured for this delay. Now what is the other method now? The other method is we will configure the timer for a smaller delay and that delay we will call it multiple number of times. For that I will give you a hint. For that first you should understand what is the maximum delay that can be generated for 1 microsecond count. Can you tell? Can you just think of it? See, this is a 16-bit timer. Okay. So for 16-bit timer, the maximum value will be 65535. Okay. So including 0, say 6. Now, in this case, so one count is 1 microsecond. So 65,536 into 1 microsecond. How much it will be? It will be 65.536 millisecond. You are getting what I am saying? Okay. The maximum value that can be loaded is 65535 into 1 microsecond if you do. So it will be 65.53 some millisecond. So approximately 65 millisecond is the maximum delay you can generate for this crystal of 12 megahertz. Okay, now how will I generate and how will I choose a smaller delay? Now we will choose a smaller delay. Okay, so that when we multiply with a number we should get 1 second. Now that we know that we can generate maximum delay is 65 milliseconds. So what we will do is we will configure for 50 millisecond and 50 millisecond we will call it for 20 times. So this becomes what? 1 second. Okay. So we shall calculate for 50 millisecond. So now the value for n will be 50 into 10 raised to minus 3 divided by 1 into 10 raised to minus 6. So what will be the value for that? So it will be 50 into 1000. It will be 50,000, right? It will be 50,000. Okay. Now, if I subtract 50,000, how much I am getting? 65536 minus 50,000. So 15,536. 15,536. So what is the hexa equivalent? Let us see. So I will go to the programmer mode. So 15,536 in hexadecimal is 3CB0. 3CB0. So this will be 3. I am using timer 1, so it will be TH1 and TL1, and this will be equal to B0. Okay. So we shall write the code for 50 millisecond, and we will call this how many number of times? 20 times. Fine. So let's write the code for the same. Okay. So org 0h. Okay. First we shall configure the tmod, comma hash 010h. Why 10h? Because I am using timer 1 in mode 1. Okay, you can cross check. Then first let us write the code for 50 millisecond. Okay, I will call delay. We shall write this program using uh, the subroutines. Okay, delay I will write somewhere here. So delay will be equal to, okay, so let me initialize th1. So th1 will be equal to how much? We calculated 3ch 3ch, and TL1 should be loaded with hash B0h. So 0 B0h. So this is for 50 millisecond delay. Okay. Okay. The first step is I have initialized the tmod. I am calling a subroutine for 50 millisecond. So you can also write delay of 50 millisecond. Okay. So this will provide a delay of 50 millisecond. Then what should I do? I should start the timer. Set bit, since it is timer 1, TR1, and wait for the TF1 flag. So jump on no bit TF1, comma wait. So I will wait it here. Okay. Then what should you do now? You should, once the time has elapsed, clear TF1 flag and also clear the timer. Okay. Then we shall say return. Okay. Now this delay, how many number of times I have to call? I need to call this delay for 20 times. So I will have a counter move R0 comma hash 20. Okay, the logic is 50 millisecond into 20 will give me a delay of 1 second. That's the logic. Okay. Now remember, for the first time when you have called the delay, okay, so once the 50 millisecond is over, this count, the timer 0 count would have become 0. So again you have to load the count. If you don't load the count, then it will not give a proper delay. Okay, so I have initialized the count to 20. Fine, I have called the delay. Okay, so this I have to repeat until this becomes 0. So djnz r0 comma repeat. So my repeat will be this. Fine. So at last it is sjump infinite loop, and the subroutine is written between infinite loop and the end directive. Okay, so if you want 2 seconds, so you multiply appropriately by 40. So 40 into 50, it will become 2000 millisecond. It will be equal to, so with this we can generate more number of what you say, larger delays, okay, by using the loop. Okay, but what you have to remember is, whatever the delay you select, smaller delay, when you multiply, you should exactly get the required delay. Okay, so that whole number should be uh, selected in a way that we get our required delay of 1 second. Okay, you can execute this and you can also check the result. So since I'm using timer 1, so I will close this. So I'll go to peripherals, timer, and select timer 1. Okay, and mode 1. So let's execute. So it has come to delay and it will load the value. Okay, so if go on executing, so until this count reaches ff, it will be here only. Once overflow occurs, it will come out of the loop. So if I execute by single step, it will take a lot of time. So what I will do is, I will keep a cursor here and say run to cursor. Now see, TF1 flag has become 1. Okay, so I will clear the TF1 flag, I will clear the TR0, and I will return. Okay, so I have to execute this 20 times. So next time when I come, see, TH1 and TL1 has got, see, this 09 is because I am doing this in simulation. In fact, this TL1 also will be equal to 00 only. Okay, so again I will call, this is what I was saying. Again you have to load the value. Okay, 3C and B. Fine. Again you say start the timer. Again it will run. Okay, so this will generate you a delay of 1 second. Okay, so this is how you can generate larger delays in timers. Okay, thank you.